Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our 1000 subscribers Q&A answers. So I apologise that the video is so late. Originally I meant to have it up on the weekend, which would have marked 2 weeks since we hit 1000 subscribers. Unfortunately I just got super busy. I ended up being out all weekend and then I had work and I just didn't get time. So finally I have time to record it, so here it is. So what I've actually done is I picked like the top most unique questions, and what I mean by that is that some questions were very similar to each other, or some were pretty much the same question. So I just kind of went through, and since there was about I think 30 questions across Facebook, Twitter and the video, I just picked the top 10 to make this short and sweet and as to the point as possible. So with all that said, let's get into it. So the first question is, will you come to America, aka Latin America or North America someday? And yeah, for sure, I definitely want to travel. Traveling is a big thing I want to do, and America is definitely a place I want to go. I've met so many cool people since doing YouTube that I know that live in America that I think part of it would actually be fun to meet people that I only know over the internet. So that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, someday I would love to be able to come to America. The second question is, what do you do for work outside of YouTube? Well, YouTube really isn't work. I wish they paid me to do this, but I actually, right now, I'm actually doing a trainee course for a company called MSY. They do PC repairs, building, sell components. It's basically a franchise kind of fairly popular big specialty PC store down here. And last year I came across this opportunity. It's one of those like government driven initiatives where they basically give the companies, you know, a certain amount of money to actually put people through training and then employ them once they complete their training. So I was pretty lucky to get the opportunity. It just kind of cropped up and I thought, you know what, that could be great. And it's in IT, I don't think I mentioned that. So basically I'm learning to, you know, build and repair PCs. It's not too bad. The course isn't too bad. I'm in week 7 at the moment and I think it's got 12 weeks all up. So I still got a little bit to go. And the light at the end of the tunnel is that once I finish it, I should get employed full time. Right now the course is 3 days a week. It's Monday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 9 till 5. So once I finish, I should be doing Thursday, Fridays as well. And as I said, it's not too bad. I do enjoy it. The only problem is like the operating side of things. As far as like software goes and when they're trying to teach you the operating system, because I have to go through it because it is an official course, you know, it's a little bit tedious. The actual hardware side of things, building, pulling apart, repairing, cleaning PCs, that side of it I kind of enjoy, and because I've never really done much of that before. I also like the fact that I can kind of work independently. You know, they give you a PC to work on. They kind of tell you what they want you to do with it. You get like a schedule of, you know, what you have to do with this PC, but you're left kind of to your own device to work on it. And I really, really enjoy that. I love, you know, I like kind of doing things independently and I enjoy doing that. So I'm having fun with it. I'm really looking forward to it being over because it's one of those things, it feels like it's dragged on forever. Like I feel like I've been doing it for a year even though it's only been 7 weeks. I can't wait for it to finish and finally, you know, start working full time. 3 days a week when you're trying to, you know, pay rent, pay bills, put food on your table. It's not the best amount of money to be getting, but, you know, as I said, light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm shooting for. The next question is, are you ever coming to Europe? So it's another travel question, people asking me. People clearly want me to travel or something. I wish I had the money to travel, but just like going to America, yes, I definitely, what I want to do is I really do want to travel. I want to go everywhere pretty much. I'm one of those people that I'm like, you know, I really just want to go everywhere. I don't have a particular favorite spot that I want to look at. And that's part of the reason I want to travel. I want to be able to travel around, and if I love somewhere, then, you know, I can always plan trips to go back there again. And Europe is so huge. There's so many places you can go. I mean, you got the UK as well, and I have family in the UK, so I definitely love to go there. I'd also want to go to places like Italy, go and see Rome, and also up to like the Netherlands and, you know, Amsterdam and places like that. I'm actually hoping that I can save up some money this year, especially once I start working full time. I should be able to, and then next year maybe do a big trip for like a month and just travel around to different places. We'll see. That's kind of my plan. In the next year or two, I definitely want to do, I guess, like a world trip where, you know, you go to places for 4 or 5 days, and as I mentioned, you know, that way I can really, if I really love somewhere, I can always go back and have a longer stay there. So definitely I will be coming to Europe at some point. So the next question is, do you have a girlfriend? No, I'm actually single at the moment. I've been single for a little while now, loving the bachelor life. Well, you know, the bachelor life implies you're out, you know, partying or whatnot. I don't really do that. But no, I am single at the moment, so, you know, ladies, next up is a bit of a long question, so excuse me if I'm looking at the monitor. I have the questions in front of me. What video games have you played would you consider milestones in your gaming experience? Games so great that you would remember them forever and that have a special place in your heart. Tricky one. This is one of those ones that's really difficult because you look back and you're always thinking, oh, this period in my life or that period in my life. But just as I'm like scanning over the past and remembering everything, all the years, the hardship, the trials. But seriously, the game that comes to mind immediately, the one that kind of pops out off the page at me, so to speak, is Metal Gear Solid. Definitely that was like a big turning point for me as far as gaming goes. You know, when I got it, I think I was about 10 or 11 when I got Metal Gear Solid, and at the time I was really only used to playing things like Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot, and then I got this game and it was just so different to anything I'd played before. It was mature, it was grown up, it was gritty, it was dark, and it was stupid, it was crazy. Like all the games, it was wild and ridiculous. But that's what I love about the Metal Gear franchise, because they always reach a point where they just go batshit crazy and it's a lot of fun. I can't wait for the new one to come out. I'm a little bit pissed off that it's like the first half of the game is apparently only 2 hours, but they're still trying to charge $70 for it. That's kind of ridiculous, but I'm looking forward to that. I love that franchise. I've played every single game in that franchise. I actually still have a copy of Metal Gear Solid somewhere around here for the PS1. I bought it on eBay when Metal Gear Solid 4 first came out. I bought Metal Gear Solid 1 on eBay so that I could play through the entire series again, waiting for 4 to come out. So definitely that's the one that just sticks out to me. It was so different to anything I'd played. It was very mature, it was very strange and wonderful, and it was, I think that was probably my step, I guess, into more mature and adult gaming. And so that's the one that's really memorable to me. So there you go, Metal Gear Solid. Fantastic. The next question is, what is your favorite color? So, green. Simple as that, the answer is green. I know a lot of people like blue or something like that, but green, I don't know, there's something about that colour that I really like, and I think it might stem back when I was, I don't know, in primary school, going into high school, so that like 10, 11, 12 phase. There was a girl I had this massive crush on back then, and she had really green eyes, and I think it stems from that maybe, but I've always just loved that colour, and I love that eye colour. I wish I had green eyes myself. They're awesome. So yeah, the answer is green. The next question is, were you ever picked on in school? And not really. I mean, there were people obviously that didn't like me, and vice versa. There were people that I didn't like and we just didn't get along. That's life. That's not just school. You're never going to be friends with everyone. And that's fine. There's going to be people that just don't like you for no particular reason. That's fine. There's lots of people I don't like for no particular reason. And that's fine. As long as you're happy with yourself, who cares? I'm getting a little bit distracted there. But no, I wasn't really picked on. I had a close group of friends, about 4 or 5 of us. We're still good friends today, and we kind of went through high school together. We attended the same high school together, grew up together, and, you know, we weren't... I don't know, I think of like American schools when I think of popularity in schools and cliques, you know, the jocks, the nerds, whatnot. But Australia doesn't really have that. Everyone just kind of mingles together. Obviously, there's people that are not as popular, and there's people that are more popular. But I guess, yeah, if you look at it on that scale, my group of friends, we were just like in the middle ground. We were friends with everyone, really. We didn't really discriminate. We didn't pick on anyone. We weren't really picked on by anyone. So no, not really. It wasn't really, there was never an occasion where I could say I felt like I was picked on. Obviously there were times where kids were mean to me. That's kids. Kids are arseholes. They're going to be mean. But nah, just, you know, and if you are picked on, unless it's like physical, then you really should report it. But ultimately just don't worry about it. And it's one of those things, especially if you're in high school or you're in school, where it feels like such a big deal. You get a couple years out of school and you realize how stupid it all is back then. That's the only thing I can say, really. But yeah, so I kind of went off track there, but no, I wasn't really picked on. Just, you know, had altercations, but wasn't picked on. The next question is, if you could make a video with any other YouTuber, who would it be? Ooh, that's a tricky one, because it's not like one person. If I could make videos with anyone, it would be with the Yogscast. I absolutely love their content. I think they're hilarious. Their sense of humor suits me down to a T. So like if I could do videos with anyone, it would be the Yogscast. But if I had to pick one member, I would say, ooh, maybe Sips. I love Sips' sense of humor. He's just that deadpan humor is hilarious to me. And he seems like it'd just be a lot of fun to collab with. So Yogscast, hit me up. So the final question is actually a two-parter. It is, where do you live and where did you grow up? So at the moment, I am living in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. That was a mouthful. And I love it down here. I've been down here for... Wow, this is my 4th year. Holy crap, this will be my 4th year down here. Does not feel like it's been that long. It's gone by so fast. Yeah, oh shit. Sorry, it's just kind of clicked how long I've been here. I've also been in, this is my 3rd year in the same house too. That's weird. That is weird. It went by so fast. But I freaking love Melbourne. I really love the city. I love the weather. Well, not right now because it's summer and I hate the heat, but I love winter. I didn't grow up with a winter, and this goes on to the second part of the question. I grew up in the Northern Territory of Australia, and the Northern Territory of Australia is tropical. It's right near the equator, and there's no 4 seasons. It's wet season or dry season, which is basically wet season is incredibly hot and humid with rain. Dry season is not as much humidity, no rain, still hot. And that's basically it for the Northern Territory. I actually grew up in I spent kind of, I guess, my formative childhood years in a little town called Timber Creek. Population about 300 people. So there's more of you guys on this channel than there are in that town. There's like 3 times as many of you guys on this channel than there are in that town. So I grew up in a very small town. I've lived there from the age of like, I think 4 to 10. And then I moved back to Darwin, which is the capital of the Northern Territory. And I lived there till I was 20. And then I moved down here. And I miss it sometimes. It's a lot smaller up there. I mean, Melbourne has a population of about 4 million people, I think almost 5 million. Darwin has a population of about 200,000 people. So, you know, the change from moving from Darwin to down here was massive, but I do miss it. My family's still up there, which is why I go back every Christmas, because I miss it. You know, I still have friends up there, family. So yeah, there we go. I live in Melbourne. I grew up in the Northern Territory in Timber Creek, and then in Darwin. You can look Timber Creek up on like Wikipedia or on maps or something like that and see how tiny it is. I think the population is probably even less now. I know last time I went through it, it was like a ghost town. It was really weird. So that is all the questions I'm going to answer today, guys. Thanks so much for leaving them all. Before you go, though, I got a few things to discuss before I let you run off. First of all, I just want to say, wow, it hasn't even been 3 weeks, and we are already 160-something subscribers past friggin' 1,000. That's mental, guys. I don't know where you keep coming from. So just a big welcome and thank you to anyone that is new to a vlog of mine. Hello. How you doing there? You doing alright? I don't know, that just got really weird really fast. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about was Minecraft Tekkit. And the reason I wanted to talk about that is some of you may have seen my comment on my channel or on the last Tekkit video that went up, is that it's going to be on hiatus and I don't know whether we'll be continuing it. And I know that's probably really disappointing to some people, and some of you are probably like sitting there just going, oh, motherfucking. But the reason for that is last year when we started the series, I was working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Nathan works Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we both had Monday, Tuesday off. This year, as I mentioned earlier, I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we don't have the same days off anymore, which is making it hard for us to record it. We haven't actually recorded any Tekkit in like 2 months. A lot of the videos that have been going up were backed up videos that we recorded a bunch of at the end of last year, the start of this year, before I commenced work again and everything. So right now we haven't recorded any Tekkit in ages because we can't find a time to record. And I know some people probably like, oh, what about in the evenings, in the afternoons? We both live with other people. We live in different cities with different time zones, and we both live with housemates. So I tend to record during my days off because no one else is home, whereas in the evenings and the afternoons other people are home. So not only is it a bit inconsiderate of me yelling and screaming of an evening when other people are at home, but also there's background noise from them being home as well. So, you know, I want to be completely honest with you guys. I don't know if the series will return. That's better than me saying, oh yeah, we'll have more up in 2 weeks, and then telling you in 2 weeks that, oh no, we're cancelling the series. You know, I would love to continue it, but we may not be able to. And, you know, once you haven't done something for a while, you start losing the motivation to do so, and it starts losing steam. That being said, though, I do have another absolutely massive Minecraft series plan coming up soon. Most likely once we finish Hexit. And so if you're a big fan of all the tech mods and things we were using in Tekkit, don't worry, because they are all included in what I've got planned. And I think that is about all today. This video has dragged on way longer than I wanted it to. At the start of the video, before I started recording, I said to myself, oh, we're going to make this nice, short, sweet, and simple, and here we are. Yeah, a long time later, still going. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for the questions again. Thanks for 1,000+ subscribers. It's crazy. Sorry about Tekkit. Look forward to our new Minecraft series though, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!